Hi, my name is Alexis Hernandez and I'm the Virtual Content Specialist for Social Studies Grades K through 2 Special Ed. This lesson today is going to be a resource for teachers to use to help them teach Unit 1, Day 9 to their kindergarten students. So this will be a resource for teachers to use to help them work with their students in kindergarten on Day 9, Unit 1. In this lesson, the kindergarten students are asked to start to discover and identify some of the people in the school community and start to understand how those community members all help each other, what roles they play, and how they all work together. And the lesson asks students to begin to look around the school, list out some of the adults and community members they see, think about some of the important places in the school building. Think about some of the important people that work in those places. And then get ready to interview one of those important people that they see in the school. So the students are working throughout this entire slideshow and this entire lesson on identifying members of the school community, figuring out the places where those community members work and what they do. And what I've done is I created a visual support for students to be able to tackle this lesson. This is the Passport to Social Studies Day 9 slideshow, but I've made my own Day 9 visual modification slideshow that I'll share with this video for you to use to assist some of your struggling learners. So instead of just on the regular Day 9 slideshow asking students to look around and see some of the adults in the school community, I'm giving my students a little bit more visual support by showing them some images of people that they might see. They might see someone that looks like this, someone doing this. They might see someone sitting at a desk here. And what I've asked them to do is rather than just identify those adults, I'm giving them the picture support and asking them to label the pictures. Oh, this is the school nurse. Oh, this is a teacher. So this is asking the same objective of them, but giving them some visual aid. Following that, they're asked to identify some important places in the school. Again, the regular curriculum just has blank boxes for the students to respond in. My modification gives students visual images of important places around the building and asks them to label those important places. So, oh, this is the library. I can put an L for library there or write the word library. This is a classroom. Here's the nurse's office and here's the lunchroom. This scaffold helps students be able to really tackle the assignment. Following this slide, the students are asked to identify some of the people that work in these places. Same thing as the previous slide. They're given the visual picture support so that they can add the label. Rather than just labeling and coming up with the answer in their brain, this will scaffold the assignment for them and give them more support. Finally, they also have more visual support on this next slide where they're asked to identify the adults and places in the school building. The last slide, which I'll show you in the regular curriculum, asks the students to think about who they might want to interview in the school. The principal, the school secretary, the school nurse, the librarian, the PE teacher, the art teacher, the safety agent, or maybe even someone else. And they have to think about who they want to interview and why. Again, rather than just throwing all of this text in front of some of our struggling learners, I've helped modify this slide by giving picture supports. Do they want to interview the principal? Oh, maybe the art teacher. I see an image of a nurse. Maybe I want to interview the nurse. And they can use this to help them. Finally, the last slide is where they draw a picture of someone in the school community, and there's additional images to help them with this independent work. So the first part of day 9 is thinking about the people in our school, the important places in our school, and how everyone helps one another. And the lesson that I've made will mimic that entire lesson, but it will give additional support to some of our struggling learners or students that need extra help by adding in the visual element for them. So I will link this slideshow with this video so that you are free to grab it and use it with any of your students that might need more visual support. I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope you try it out for Unit 1, Day 9 in kindergarten.